What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Big 12 Team Builder Dynasty. Guys, this is bittersweet. This is the last bowl game action that we're going to get in this Big 12 Team Builder series. So we have 7 games on tap for you guys this afternoon, and we are kicking it off with the Holiday Bowl with Shreveport against Oregon. This is a Shreveport team that still has a lot of carryover from the teams that won the Sugar Bowl against Georgia. But on the flip side, on defense, they don't really have a whole lot of returning starters. Not as many as they did last season when they had a really good defensive unit. So this team is not really the kind of Shreveport Skeeter team that we've been used to in the past maybe 2 to 3 seasons. So this will be a tough test against a pretty tough Oregon team. They are ranked in the top 25. They're number 23. But Shreveport 11, you'd think that Shreveport's got everything that going for them. Really, everything going for them. Do you think that they would come out here and beat up on number 23 Oregon? Well, that's not the case. We got an interception from the right outside linebacker. He's going to take it all the way back for a pick 6. That's John Martindale with the interception. Shotgun Smith. I don't know what you saw there, Shotgun, but it wasn't a good read either way you look at it. So already in the hole, Shreveport down 7-0. And we got Eric Thompson making the catch here for 8. And there's a little anger behind that throw by Shotgun Smith. And this one had a little anger to it too, because it was kind of an irrational throw. Not sure what Shotgun is looking at here or what the reads are going on inside his head. But that's going to be a interception once again for Shreveport. And luckily, the Shreveport defense comes through, and that doesn't equate to points for Oregon. However, we go all the way to the start of the second, and Travis Jamison is going to get a big gain here for the Ducks. And then here's a little flip to the running back. They got good blocking from the wide receiver, and that's Andre Key with a big-time run again. And this one is to Aaron Williams for another touchdown from Oregon, already 14-0. The Ducks are on top of the Skeeters here late in the second quarter. Another shot right up the middle to Eric Thompson for 12. Shreveport's got to get something going here. They got to get a little something cooking here on offense. There's a nice catch, a really nice catch. Beat his man off the press here, and then right over top. Still was able to hang on to it. Hit the back of his helmet. That's a tough grab. And then this one as well to Eric Thompson. That's a 33-yard bomb. Right up the middle. Looked like maybe 4 seams, 4 verticals. Couldn't tell what the outside receivers were doing, but up the middle, yeah, it was a streak all the way. But touchdown, and then we got a big hit on Franklin Harmon, but he's going to shake it off like it was nothing. Got a deep bomb here up the middle on 3rd and 15. Jeremy McDonald can't get over top of the defense. It's going to go down as a deflection, and Oregon is up 14-7, so no more scoring to end the second quarter. Let's move on to the mid part of the third here. Oregon ends up getting a score, guys. So does Shreveport. 24-14. We're jumping a little bit ahead here because we got to get down to the nitty-gritty. It's mid part of the fourth quarter, and then we got a nice little screen pass. It's going to take them all the way up past the 40-yard line. Shotgun Smith firing it up deep, and Trenton Russell with the nice defensive play going to knock that ball loose. No touchdown for Shreveport. Here's a pass completed in contested coverage. Warren Jackson with the 13-yard grab. 1st and 10, downs reset, and then Shotgun's going to flip it up and intercepted in the end zone again. That's interception number 2 in the end zone, but total-wise, interception number 3 for Shotgun. He didn't play well. He did not play well enough for a Shreveport Bowl victory. So unfortunately for Shreveport, they kind of go off riding into the sunset. Don't even want to use that term because it wasn't a positive. It's not being said with any sort of positive connotation, my friends. It's not. They went off with a whimper, pretty much. All right, let's go into this matchup here. Miami against Ardmore. And Ardmore has not been the same either. They have been a team looking for some sort of identity. You know, Wood, the quarterback, our freshman, has been decent, but it's not been good enough. Our defense has been very, very bad. Ardmore's defense, one of probably the worst as far as pass defense goes in the entire Big 12 and in the entire NCAA. Yeah, it's been that bad. We've given up a ton of points, And we've got to get it together here against a pretty tough Miami crew. Now, we're both unranked. We did not have really great seasons, but in this rainy condition, maybe that might be what we needed. That might be what the doctor ordered to get this defense back on track here. And I say that because it's a little late. It's a little late in the season to be hoping things get back on track. It's the last game of the season. The literally last game of the year. Eric Workman going to get sacked by Luke Corbett. That's going to be a nice defensive play. Miami will have to settle for a field goal. Now, taking a look at that screenshot, you can see just how the defenses have been playing in this rainy condition. Now, this is a nice throw. Really nice throw by Wood out there to Willie Nelson. 1st and 10. Here's a shot up the middle to Oliver Price, the custom prospect. Oliver Price finally getting his chance here with this Ardmore team here in year 8. I believe he was like a year 4, maybe year 5. I would probably say year 4 custom prospect. And you know what? He's starting to get a lot more playing time, and he's showing out. He's been a big-time player, big-time factor for this offense this season. Speedo Drake. I don't think that was a CPU-generated name. I really don't. I think that guy might be one of your guys' created players, or it was like a rename or some sort. But Miami's going to end up kicking a field goal here to make it 7-6. And look at Wood. Bounces off the tackler, bounces off another one, takes a big hit out of bounds, but 28 yards. Man, 5 rushes for 26. That's going to help the average. But Jerome Wood making plays with his legs for this Thunder Puppies offense. Here they go again. We're going to get out in space, and then we've got, Terrence Ross on the speed option. He's going to get dropped at about the 4-yard line. Now here's Terrence Ross again, getting into the end zone this time, and now it's 14-6. Ardmore, we needed that one right before halftime as well. So we're up by a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. That's the type of lead that you want, man. I mean, hey, double digits, probably not going to happen here, my friends. Probably not going to happen in these rainy conditions, and both defenses playing pretty well. Double-digit leads, probably not going to happen. But we'll take 14-6. You can bet we will take 14-6, especially with how bad our defense has played all season long. You know we'll take that. So we end up holding Miami to another field goal, 14-9, and here's a catch by Darnell Savage, trying to get into the end zone using some acceleration, but can't get it through that mud and the muck. Rainy conditions down there on the field. So 1st and goal situation, that's going to be a touchdown to Savage, so we go right back to him. And Jerome Wood going to throw a strike right down in there into that Miami end zone. And hey, we do have a double-digit lead. What do you know? But is it going to last? All the way down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal. I believe that is Matt Webb. Okay, not Speedo Drake, but Matt Webb. Going to get the score there, guys. 21-16. Let's jump ahead. We've got 3 minutes and 12 seconds to go. Miami now is pushing. They're pushing towards that end zone. They're pushing towards a touchdown. Our defense got to come through right here, right now. 2 minutes and 55 seconds, guys. It's crunch time. 2nd and goal. We got Workman trying to get off the pressure, but he's going to go down. His momentum pushed him from the O-lineman. Pushed him down. He's going to go down, and it's going to be good for a tackle for a loss. But look at this sack. Big-time play by Tim Cole. Gets the sack, and Miami will have to settle for a field goal. That's a tough field goal in that condition, man. It's a really tough field goal, but it's going to make it 21-19. They inch ever closer. Now the ball's in our court, literally. We have to get first down after first down here. 1:35, and on 3rd down and 4, Miami's still with 1 timeout. Why are we not letting them burn their timeouts? We have to come back, kick a field goal ourselves, a long one in these conditions. That is clutch. We go up by 5. We got to play good on defense right here. Lashley. Jordan Lashley, custom prospect linebacker, comes through, gets the sack on Workman. 3rd down and 12. Marquise Sanchez with the 10-yard catch. It's 4th down and 2, and Workman's got to pick up the first down. He's going to take off. He will take the big hit, but he picks up the first with 14 seconds. Miami, you got to get a touchdown to win the game. Here's a deep bomb. Almost picked off. Antonio May with all that speed at cornerback gets the deflection. One more shot, maybe. 2nd and 10, 4 seconds to go. Almost picked off, but again, almost re-corralled off the deflection. They got 3 seconds left on the clock. They have one more chance. 3rd down and 10. Shooting for the end zone. Gonna be deflected. Daryl Stevens with the deflection, and Ardmore will hang on. Our defense came through in the clutch. Jerome Wood was efficient enough, man. 10 of 16, 150 yards. It was not a performance to write home to your mama about or your girlfriend. Say, hey, I'm the alpha on the football field. Nope, that was just not a very good performance by like elite standards. That wasn't a good performance, right? That was a decent enough performance to get a win in a defensive kind of slog in that mud in the muck, and we'll take it. We'll take it. So we win 24-19. That's your final score. Let's now jump out here to the Meineke Car Care Bowl between Purdue and Gansu. And then it looks like early on, Gansu's having some defensive troubles in their defensive backfield here. But as far as the D-line goes, looking like it's holding their own, right? Well, not so fast, because Dusty Newsome, the wide receiver. This guy's a wide receiver. Look at his size. I mean, what? Dude's got a lot of weight to him. He's a wideout, apparently. Maybe he's trying to get his Kyle Pitts on or something. He's a tight end playing wide receiver. I don't know what's going on with Dusty Newsome, but he gets the rushing touchdown, and then Daniel Bryant checks in, the third down running back. He's going to check in, get the big-time gain. Got Shane Boot, the second, going to go down for a 3-yard loss. Gansu will kick the field goal. Now, again, more issues in the defensive backfield. Dusty Newsome is burning people. He's leaving them in the dust. Touchdown Purdue. And now Gansu is behind the 8 ball here a little bit. But, uh-oh, what do we have here? Who's this guy? Dan Pennington, 25 yards. Man, what? He's got 2 receptions already for 48, so 1 being the 25. He must have done the same dang thing with the other reception. 14-6. 5 seconds to go. What? Oh! Who we got here? I believe that's Ronnie Rouse. Ronnie Rouse with 66 yards and a touchdown here for Gansu. They're going to tie it up. That's what you want to see. You want that momentum to swing in your favor if you're the Prairie Dogs. 2-point conversion, 14-12. They're going to try to tie this thing up, but Boot, oh, he completed it. That was an insane catch in the back of the end zone. He got his foot down, too. That would have been the 2-point conversion to tie, but Lance McCoy's going to get called for the holding, and they don't convert the 2-point conversion. That is going to be costly because Purdue comes back here in the mid part of the third quarter and gets a rushing touchdown from the quarterback. It's now 24-12 as they will kick another field goal from 21-24 now, and they've doubled up Gansu. 4th down and inches in the fourth quarter. They're going for it. They've got blockers. Oh, Shane Boot the second is going to use that speed. He's going to get all the way to the end zone. You needed it. You absolutely needed it. It was the right call to go for 4th down and inches. You can't punt the football to Purdue again. Your defense has allowed way too many points. You got to get back in the game, and that is you couldn't ask for a better play right there, man. You couldn't ask for a better one. So touchdown Gansu. They make some nice plays defensively in a sack. 3rd and 17, and they give it up. They give it up to Dusty Newsome, a 34-yard catch. 5-point lead for Purdue. 3rd down and 6. Pass completed up the middle to Tony Perez. And that's going to do it, right? I mean, Gansu can't come back from this. I've edited 7 games. I don't remember if they came back or not, to be totally honest with you. But there it is. There's your final score. Eric Harris gets the Player of the Game award, and Gansu, like Shreveport, walks off of their last gameplay whimpering a little bit with the tail between their legs. They go back to their little holes from which they came, right? Unfortunately. I wanted Gansu to beat Purdue. I wanted to see that matchup and have them have some success there, but that just wasn't meant to be. All right, now let's move on to this matchup. We've got Claude Gray, the Heisman-winning quarterback, against USC, number 5 against number 7. Claude Gray already has a touchdown up on the board here in the first quarter. Let's start the second quarter here. We're going to go quickly through this game as, spoiler, we actually have a lot of scoring in this game, believe it or not. So let's just move right on through, guys. Second quarter still, and we've got 7-0 lead here. USC is charging now. Joe Austin for a 7-yard rush. 1st down and goal. Slinging it up the middle. That's Blake Moody. We've actually seen his name called quite a bit, I think, against Amarillo. I think Amarillo played against USC at some point Maybe it was last year in bowl game. I don't remember. But we have a big-time catch to Blake Moody here again for 65. He's going to be like a Jordy Nelson type of receiver. I can just feel it. I can see it in his game here a little bit. Here's a deep bomb out into the corner, and Darren Carpenter. Look at this dude. He's got the neck roll on the back. Like, what is going on with these wide receivers? Is this just like in this alternate universe that all the wide receivers are just big and lunky and, I mean, big and chunky, and I don't even know what the other word you would call it. I really don't. Unathletic? I don't know. But they're making athletic plays despite the burly look that they've got. Maybe that was the word I'm looking for. Colby Austin, a 4-yard touchdown, and this dude's racking up yards and touchdowns with Claude Gray. I think he might be the benefactor of Claude Gray just being a superb quarterback. Because otherwise, even with Kent Collins, he wasn't doing a whole lot. He was a good receiver, but not doing a whole lot. Christian Thompson gets to the 1-yard line, so even the CPU gets screwed by the 1-yard line monster. James Coles, the quarterback here, is going to get a touchdown for USC. They're now up by 10. They're up by 10, and Claude Gray's got to will his team back from the dead. They haven't scored here in the second half. They gotta get this thing going. They gotta move the ball in the right direction, guys. It's not looking too good. Jeff Jacobs here with the first down and goal. But look at this catch in the end zone by Preston Mitchell. Woo! Preston Mitchell, custom prospect, guys. It's actually a quarter, kind of like using the Claude Gray method. Yeah, I mean, he's a quarterback by nature, but he can also play receiver. He's an athlete, kind of like Claude Gray was. He had that Kent Collins, Claude Gray thing going on between now Gray and Mitchell. Pretty interesting. But USC with Joe Austin, they come charging back. They get a touchdown of their own. They go back up by 10 points. Still 31-21. 2 minutes and 13 seconds. Midland State checking it down here. 3rd and down and 8. They're going to need some more big plays rather than just a bunch of checkdowns. They're going to do it again. Midland State's offense, guys. 5 yards there for Jacob Wright's now forcing a 4th down and 3. They're going to need the first to keep this game going. 1:28. Oh, it's going to be short? No, Brian White, they say they are going to give it to him with the forward progress. So now 3rd down and 10, 1:09, and Claude Gray is going deep to Colby Austin for 32 yards. That is the touchdown for Midland State. They're going to pull within 3 points now. They're going to need the onside kick. USC is going to, I mean, they're going to need to call some timeouts after this. So, but Colby Austin, let's not forget to mention here, Colby Austin now with 28 touchdowns in his career. That takes over Colton Yo by 1. So Midland State alum Colton Yo. And as you guys see, USC, they were down to 2nd down and 3. They needed to avoid getting the first down for Midland State to have a chance here, and they couldn't do it. So Big 12 team builder teams. You got Gansu loss, you got Midland State losing, and then of course you had Ardmore winning. So we're the only team to win right now. We're the only team to win right now. Then you had Shreveport with a loss too. So currently we're sitting here at 1-3. 1-3, guys. 1-3 in bowl week. Got to get it done here. Little Rock taking on Minnesota. The Golden Gophers. I love doing it. I'm sorry. I love impersonating Minnesotans. I'm from Michigan. I kind of have to, right? We got that northerner Scandinavian thing going on. Accent. You guys know what I'm talking about. Don't think that you don't. You know what I'm talking about. All right, 4th down and 1 here. Kelvin Parker and Little Rock's offense can't get anything moving down the field. We got Zach Silva, not the best quarterback in the world. So I'd like Little Rock here in this matchup. I think between him and LeQuentin Evans, I'm taking LeQuentin Evans and the big arm in that offense. Little Rock loves to sling it. Kelvin Parker with the 40-plus yard catch. Now 3rd and 6, and LeQuentin feeling a little bit of pressure. Gets rid of it, takes a huge hit, but gets rid of it to Drew Bonds. Had to come back for the football, so pretty much a pylon throw. And he came back to it in style. Gets the touchdown. It's 7-0 Little Rock, and then LeQuentin Evans, oh, wow. Really setting up the defense, thinking that he's going to go wide, and then he ended up cutting it up the middle to get the touchdown with utilizing his blockers. It's 14-0 Little Rock. Minnesota will come all the way back with Terrence Bennett getting the touchdown here, putting Minnesota back down by 7. 14-7 here, and then look at this run down at the 1 yard line. It wouldn't be a Big 12 team builder vid if we didn't have that, right? It's always got to happen. Always. It's a requirement that it happens. Terrence Bennett going to get another touchdown in Minnesota, just like that. Coming all the way back, guys. It's now tied 14-14 in the B-Dubs Bowl. Makes me crave some B-Dubs. I think I might have to order some today. It's Saturday. I think I can get away with it. I think the wife will let me do it. Here's a big pass. 2nd down and 3. Victor Kaplan going to get 17, and Buddy Monroe is talking to his guys saying, hey, now, LaQuincy, just go ahead and run the football. You know what I'm saying? Just run the football. Get it in there, punch it in. Jack Mitchell going to get all the way to 1st and goal on 11 yards. Yeah, good job. We caught the audio from Buddy Monroe here. But look at LaQuinton Evans runs the football. Hey, Buddy is a soothsayer, man. He's just a good old ball coach, man. He's just a good old ball coach. 21-14 at the half. Little Rock is up on Minnesota. And you know what? The offenses are coming out here. Defense, kind of non-existent right now, between 35 points in the first half. Yeah, I haven't seen very many defensive plays. You know, nothing's really standing out to me. It's all offense. Passing yards for Minnesota, they're just going to be a team that runs the football. 2 different identities here between Little Rock and Minnesota. So we'll see what Zach Silva's got up his sleeve. So he checks it down here on a 3rd down and 12. Go figure, a 3rd down screen for the CPU. Some things just don't change, man. Some things just do not change. Here's a field goal up and good for Minnesota. 21-17, and LaQuinton Evans has got blockers. Look at this. He's going to get the extra yardage and gets down at the 35-yard line. Mid-3rd quarter, he's going to take the ball again, but he's going to get stopped in the backfield. 2nd and 14. Turns to 3rd and 14. Here is LaQuinton firing up the middle. And nobody was even close to Kelvin Parker. He's going to get the big-time touchdown. They go up by 11. Let's see if Minnesota has a response. They do. Big-time throw gets all the way down to about the 4. That's Anthony Campa with a 44-yard catch. Excuse me. Running back on the option play is going to push himself into the end zone. That is Richard Watkins. Wow, he's got some legs churning, man. He's got some Derrick Henry in him or something. My goodness. But oh no! 28-24, late 3rd quarter, and LaQuinton Evans with the costly mistake. We're going to find out how costly it was here because Minnesota on 2nd and 3 is going to get a touchdown. James Smith makes this catch right over the defender in the back of the end zone. That was a beautiful throw and beautiful catch. And now Minnesota has the lead. This can't be happening again, right? Big 12 team builder teams. What's going on here in bowl season in year 8? You got to go out with a banger, man. You can't be losing all these games. LaQuinton Evans says, don't worry, guys. I got you. I got you. I'm going to carry this fan base on my back. Look at him. Watch him. Get into the end zone, LaQuinton. Let's go. 5-yard touchdown for LaQuinton Evans. 35-31. 1st down and 10. Little Rock's defense comes through on this down at least. It's now 2nd down and 20 after William Johnson gets the sack. Now here is a pass. It's a check down. They got to get some positive yardage back off that sack. It's 3rd and 14. Silva, go figure. It's a 3rd down screen. Out of bounds is Terrence Bennett. And now 4th down and 11. Down by 4. You got to go for it. And they don't. They actually punt the football away, guys. They punt the football away. Little Rock just runs the clock out, and they get the win. So LaQuinton Evans, amazing job. Puts the community, puts the channel on his back and says, you know what, guys, I got to get a dub. I got to get a dub for this community, man. Our team builder teams are not doing so hot in the final action of this series. I was hoping that they would go out with a little bit more of a bang than they have been. So we're currently 2-3 with that Little Rock win, and now it's up to ACU, of course. A team that's never been able to do anything in this series. We've got to get to 500. And the Michigan of the Big 12, ACU, is playing against the Michigan of, well, Michigan. The Michigan. 2 teams that have never done anything like in the past 20 years or something. Going up against each other, of course. And, of course, as in similar ACU fashion, they give up a touchdown on the first drive, first possession. Here is quarterback Jamie Beckham. Going to toss this one to Armani Roussel. 3rd and 4. Beckham going to get dropped, and looks like he kind of hurt his knee there a little bit. Takes the big hit by Antoine Irby. And this is going to be a trend. This is going to be a trend. Jamie Beckham is going to get pressured. And it's, you know, no spoilers, but the defenses, they're going to be coming. They are going to be coming after the quarterbacks in this one. Take a look at Jamie Beckham here. He's going to try to run, and oh my goodness, 7 players. They got 3 right there, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys came in on Jamie Beckham to bring him to the ground. So you're not going anywhere. So Michigan's defense is absolutely swarming. And take a look at ACU. So they're trying to make that comeback here. Let's go to the second quarter. Still 7-0 here, and Jamie Beckham going to get dropped again, trying to take off, trying to make something happen. They're going to have to kick the field goal. So I wasn't kidding. I wasn't kidding. So, you know, no spoilers, but I think maybe that might be it, right? Maybe that might be the last play. Just kidding, because look at this. There's no way Jamie Beckham's coming back in this game. Look at what's happening here. The guy just, like, contorted his entire back. His legs, his ankles, like, he's done. He's done. So backup quarterback comes into the game. And we will get the name here real quick for you guys. Backup quarterback checks in. And already he's trying to do what Jamie Beckham was trying to do. It's Wayne McAllister. Taking off and running for his life. Now, Michigan's no slouch, man. They've got a bunch of 99s on this defense. They are no slouch. And you can see it. I mean, ACU's playing well, right? They're playing well by comparison. You got to wonder what that injury is going to do for this ACU offense. But 7-6, guys, it's a defensive slugfest going on right now. Michigan, again, is no slouch. ACU's hanging in there despite everything that's been going on. They are giving up a lot of pressure on their quarterbacks, and McAllister is kind of running for his life as well. So good call for the screen by Hassan Bonner. We've seen his name called a lot in this series. And then take a look at ACU's defense as they have taken the lead 9-7. They got into a really solid position there. They kicked the field goal up and good. They take the lead, but Cornelius Hall, the linebacker, comes through, picks off Wilson, and Harbaugh has got some words for his quarterback, Wilson. Now 1st and 10, and McAllister, you gotta just go down. He's trying to make plays for his team. It's been this offense has been so bad all game long. He was just trying to make the extra play, and it cost him a turnover. He gets stripped, and ACU's defense gonna have to come through, and they do. But Michigan down by 2. They're gonna go for it. Harbaugh is never this aggressive, but he does it here, and they fail. Michigan fails to convert on 4th down and 3. Now 6 minutes, 28 seconds. ACU's got a chance. Oh, look at the burners. Look at the move. And then he lowered the shoulder. Wayne McAllister lowered the shoulder and took the big hit for his team, and he picks up the 1st down. Here's 3rd and 8. And now 4th down and 4. You're going to have to kick the field goal. You got to hope that, you know, the kicker is accurate, right? And he is. So he kicks up and good. And this Fiesta Bowl is going down to the wire, guys. 12-7, a field goal fest for ACU, but a touchdown for Michigan will take the lead, 14-12. Question being for Michigan then is, do you go for the 2-point conversion? Excuse me. I think you do. I think you have to make it 15-12 game. It'll be a field goal game, and they get the score. Maurice Horn, Mo Horn, the fullback. That's a Jim Harbaugh call if I've ever seen one. The fullback gets a touchdown. They go for the 2-point conversion. They will fail. Look at that. So ACU has an opportunity here with 2 minutes and 53 seconds to drive down the field, kick a field goal to win the game. Any score is going to win you the game. A safety will win you the game, for God's sakes. I don't know why and when that situation would ever happen, but you get the idea. So 2nd and 16 after a bad offensive line play, they get the penalty for a false start called on 2nd and 21. A terrible pass by McAllister. Now 3rd down and 21. Pressure coming on McAllister, but the good throw is completed, but a fumble. Oh no. Oh no. A fumble by ACU. They had the pass completed that would have set them up for 4th down, and short. But a fumble happens on the completion. Michigan will pick up the first down. Jim Harbaugh finally gets like a big win for their program. I mean, my God. The Fiesta Bowl goes to Michigan, and ACU now moves the Big 12 in its final year in series gameplay to 2-4. Oh man, it has been an absolute struggle for Big 12 team builder teams, man. It is not how I hoped that this would go. Unfortunately, reality is often disappointing, right? It is often disappointing. But Alabama, number 15 team, against number 6 Denver Tech. So, you know what? I hate to do it. You know me as the Ardmore guy. I hate to do it, but I'm rooting for Denver Tech. You know, just because out of my spite for Alabama and just the fact that I want my team builder teams to go 500. You know, if Denver Tech wins this game and then Amarillo can win the national championship game against Texas, we could go 4-4 in the postseason, which is what we want. We want that. You're never going to win all your games, but man, did the other conferences really take it to the Big 12 team builder teams this year. All right, let's get into this matchup, right? Let's talk about what's on the screen here. We got Demarion Foreman, former custom prospect, still here. A lot of teams in the Big 12 are really going after Demarion Foreman, but unfortunately he decided that he was going to go and be a part of the beast that is Alabama, and he's been playing well, right? He's been playing well, pushing this team into, again, continued success. We would have really liked to have Demarion Foreman as part of our series, but unfortunately he wanted to be an idiot and go to Alabama. So it's no slight to the person who created Demarion Foreman. I'm just saying, the Pixel Man made a bad decision. He should have gone to the Big 12. Dang it. But Andre Brandt, guys, Andre Brandt. The story of Andre Brandt. He's got 2 touchdowns already in this matchup here in this AT&T Cotton Bowl. Here's a big throw by quarterback Little. Finds Joe Gilbert. Here's a big throw. Oh, man, he caught that. What? They're gonna drop him at the 1-yard line. That is ridiculous. Ken Washington gets it to the 1-yard line. Then Demarion Foreman with the 0-yard touchdown run, of course. 0 yards. Ugh, right at the goal line. But touchdown regardless for Demarion Foreman. And now Alabama is making a little bit of a comeback here. 14-10. And this is a nice throw to Ken Washington, the guy who got stopped at the 1-yard line. Right? So he gets his touchdown back. So congrats. Kudos to you. 17-14. Look at this strike to Andrew Blanco from Andre Brandt. So AB to AB. That's a huge throw. That's a really huge throw for Denver Tech. Now, take a look at Andre Brandt. Bust off the tackle here, but look at this. He finds the seam. He's going. He pointed into the end zone. He said, I'm going to go all the way. I love that. I love that swag. Andre Brandt, baby. Gonna take it to the house. That was sweet. I know what he did, by the way, for all you people in the comment section. He didn't point at the end zone. He was stiff-arming, and the CPU had a glitch there. I get it. Okay, I get it. I'm making storylines. I'm making storylines, people. That's what you try to do here in content creation. Get over yourselves. 7 minutes and 26 seconds for Denver Tech. 216 as far as rushing yards go. So Alabama, even with Demarion Foreman, they are not really utilizing the running game in so far. But I think they understood that number. They saw that number, and they said, we got to get Demarion Foreman involved a little bit more. We're down by 11, guys. 28-17. We got to get it done. If you're Bama, we got a reputation to uphold. We can't lose to these people in Denver Tech, right? But look at Andre Brandt just go. I mean, he's busting off tackles all over the place. 17-yard run. He's making things happen with his legs, putting the team on his back here tonight. First down and goal, and down at the 1-yard line. Hank Fa'amona for 8. The custom prospect fullback. He's going to get the call again. Ugh. Stupid game. Down at the 1. 3rd and goal. Andre Brandt says, it's fine. It's fine game. I'll take it. We'll just read option cheese it all day. How about we just do that? Touchdown, Denver Tech, 35-23 as we jump forward late here in the 4th quarter. Bama will end up kicking 2 field goals on the next couple of possessions, so they're not in it right now. They're down by 12 with 2 minutes. Adam Little attempts to get it on 4th down. You kind of knew this was coming, guys, with the score, where it was at with time. Denver Tech beats Alabama, and did you ever have any doubt? All right, so with all the bowl games wrapped up, guys, let's take a look at some of the box scores to finalize our bowl season off. And we're going to start here with Shreveport, 24-14 loss, and Shotgun Smith was not very good. 3 turnovers, 3 picks. So kind of a sucky way to end Shreveport's viewing on the channel, of course. This is the last season, and it kind of sucks. It kind of sucks to have Shreveport kind of go off on a little bit of a whimper with a loss against Oregon. But, you know, the program was not where it was last year. I would have thought that this team would have taken a step forward. I think even in the preseason, I was thinking that Shreveport lost so much on defense that they were not going to be the same team. Even though they had the same quarterback, they had pretty much the same receiving core. Just something about this unit, something about this team, couldn't really get it done when it mattered the most, and we saw that come out here in this bowl game against Oregon in the loss. Ardmore gets a nice W, 24-19, although it did get a little scary. It did get a little scary there, a little hairy against Miami, 8-5 team. And as we see the total number of yards there, 268 to 376. So we actually did not turn the ball over. And I feel like if we had a turnover in this game, it would have swung Miami's way. You know, they didn't throw a single touchdown pass. They didn't rush for one with their leading rusher, but Mike Webb, or Webb anyway, got a touchdown. But yeah, so I mean, our defense was very leaky all season long, and it pretty much held us. It held us down when it mattered the most. So Jerome Wood, 10 of 16, 2 touchdowns. And then we had Ross with a touchdown, as well as Wood had 51 yards. So both those guys, Ross and Wood, were the 2 leading rushers, the only rushers for the Thunder Puppies. Savage gets a touchdown, Oliver Price gets a touchdown, so nice to see those 2 custom prospects get in on the fun. So nice win for Ardmore to cap off the last time that we're going to see Ardmore here in this series. Nebraska State, you kind of expected this one, right? 31-19. They didn't get it done on defense, man. They gave up a lot of big plays, 420 yards of total offense for Purdue. Gansu gave it a good run. You know, they had the interception. Gansu gave it a good run. They did turn up. Gansu gave it a good run. They did turn the ball over once here, and I feel like that's what cost him the game. You know, Shane Boot was 50% on the day, 9 of 18, but you know what? He made some pretty big plays down the field, which was impressive to me. However, you know, even with the running game too, he had that one big run for a touchdown on 4th down and inches. They absolutely needed that, but unfortunately they just could not get it done when, again, in the clutch where it mattered the most. This guy, Harris, went off, 29-47, 323, 2 scores. And then on the rushing game, he had 10 of 27 for his score as well. Newsome was crazy good in this one. Washington was good, 200-yard receivers. And Gansu, of course, sketchy defense, man, sketchy defense. USC beats Midland State. This one was kind of heartbreaking, and I don't expect anything less from Midland State at this point. They've done it every single season in this Big 12 series. Out of 8 seasons, how many times have they never let you down? If you're a Midland State fan, it's just, some things just keep on keeping on, man. They just keep on keeping on. Some things just are predictable. Midland State is predictable in that manner. So we got an Austin, over 100 yards in rushing. Another Austin, that's actually same Austin actually. Chipped in a little bit, 5 receptions for 18, but Claude Gray, the Heisman Trophy winner, played pretty well, right? 251, 3 scores, no turnovers, but he just couldn't will the team to a victory. And I think maybe he did it too often in the Big 12 conference all season long, that he just couldn't pull it out here against number 7 USC. Little Rock actually was pretty impressive against Minnesota. A 7-6 Minnesota, 35-31. LaQuinton Evans made some nice plays down the field, had 1 turnover, but it didn't really amount to anything. 479 yards to 336. Silva, 181, so a lot of checkdowns, a lot of running involvement here for Minnesota. 2 touchdowns for Bennett. They made it a game. But Little Rock they matched them. They matched them when it counted. 78%, 336 for LaQuinton. Mitchell had some nice gains there, but LaQuinton Evans was the story of this game. 3 touchdowns, 9 of 60, had a great game. Calvin Parker was good. Had some big catches for Victor Kaplan as well. So Little Rock was in. I wouldn't say. Maybe I might want to take that back. They weren't impressive, right? They weren't impressive. It was a 7-6 Minnesota team, but a bowl win is a bowl win, man. That's all you can do. 13-12. This one was a barn burner, wasn't it? Holy cow! Michigan ACU. What the heck happened here? 2 turnovers for ACU, pretty much cost them the game, in my opinion. 1 turnover for Michigan that I don't think ACU was able to capitalize on that and put it in the end zone. But, you know, unfortunately, the Michigan of the Big 12, ACU, loses to Michigan. I mean, what else is there to say? ACU just never comes through. They never come through. And, losing Jamie Beckham, 7-9, 67 yards, and then having to put in McAllister. It was actually, I mean, they had similar production here, right? I mean, the low yardage, 2 incompletions each, but that Jamie Beckham injury, that might have cost ACU this matchup. But Michigan's no slouch, man. Michigan is no slouch. They have a really good defense. A lot of 99s on that defense. So I wasn't surprised with the outcome while watching the game, but I was a little surprised that ACU just could not, literally could not move the ball. And it was, I mean, the sliders are in favor to get some offense going in these sims, but they could not move the ball to save their life. And I think that's why, man. Michigan's just got a bunch of good players on that defense. Looking at this matchup, Bama and Denver Tech, basically the Bama of the Big 12 for a long time. This team has never gone away. They've never had any sort of regression. They've always been very, very good. 485 to 391. They beat up on Alabama 38-23. No turnovers for either team, so they both played clean. 10 of 14, a touchdown, 71% for Andre Brandt. Blake Berry, Brandt, and Fa'amona. Look at these carries, man. So 28 carries, 18 carries. Both guys, Berry and Brandt, over 144. 4 touchdowns for Andre Brandt on the ground. I mean, it's crazy, right? This is what they did with Durkeen and Timmons. This is what they did with Matkovich. They're doing it with Andre Brandt. It just never changes, man. Never changes. Bama did their best to hang in there. Demarion Foreman, former custom prospect that we tried to get here in this Big 12, but ended up going to Bama. Had a touchdown over 108 as well, so it was nice to see him get into some action, actually have some success, but ended up losing the game. And there are your final scores and box scores, guys. So that's going to be it for today's episode. And we're going to actually move into at 8 o'clock tonight. 8 o'clock tonight, we're going to have the live stream. Amarillo and Texas, number 2 against number 1. I'm taking Amarillo. I think they're going to get it done, despite the Big 12 really, kind of like Shreveport, leaving this series off on a whimper. Our teams are 3-4 in bowl games, and it's going to be up to the Big 12 conference champions and the Amarillo Armadillos to get it back to 4-4 record-wise in the bowl season, plus a national championship over Texas rival, the Texas Longhorns. Obviously, Texas is back here in this Big 12 series. So, going to be a good game. I'm excited for it, but look at those turnover differentials. Amarillo's got a little bit better of a defense, in my opinion. Can force those turnovers. Dallas Austin is the starting quarterback for Texas. He is related to Paris Austin and Braxton Austin, so keep in mind that, as we're going to be talking about that, probably some storylines in there as we're live streaming at 8 o'clock tonight. So make sure you guys are setting those notifications up and marking the calendars, because we are going to be live and covering this matchup and covering this game. I will say that at the end of this national championship game, probably later on next Saturday. So next Saturday, we're probably going to have a compilation video of some pretty cool highlights and some awesome moments from this Big 12 series. And it's been near and dear to my heart, near and dear to my brother's heart. This is something that we've loved to bring to you guys for the past 3 years. We started this back in 2018, and we've loved every single minute of it. And it just, all good things have to come to an end eventually, and we just got to be able to move on to greener and brighter pastures. And we will, of course, whatever we launch next will do very well, I'm sure, and I hope that you guys are going to be loving it just as much as you've loved this Big 12 series. So, guys, I will see you tonight for Amarillo in Texas at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Leave a like if you like this thing. As always, thank you for watching, and